Jake F from France. Doesn't sound like a very French name to me, but maybe it's Laurent's brother, Jake Fressinet. And he does play the French, which I like. You have to be consistent. Okay, let's try an old Steinitzian system. Or maybe Nimzowitzian. I don't know. Is this system Steinitz or Nimzowitsch? Maybe our readers or our listeners, our viewers can give some help, some insight to this question. Maybe I think it's probably Nimzowitsch. Steinitz was more about this system in 3 knight c3, knight f6, e5, knight d7. He would go f4, I think, and then c5, dc, queen c5, and then queen g4, queen h5. a5 is a nice prophylactical move. After knight d4, d2, his intention is to go a4. And then I cannot play knight b3 so easily. So that was a good plan. And seeing as people are playing this system against the Caro-Kann with where they go c5 after 3 e5, it stands to reason that this line isn't particularly good for white, objectively speaking. But I guess it's still half playable. I could take back the pawn on d4, but I don't want to do that yet. So the attentive listener will know that I used a similar plan in an earlier game today with h4 in a French in a French structure. So it's the same here. Rook a7, I failed to comprehend properly. Now I feel like he has to go h5 and queen h3, but my queen is temporarily out of play, but I don't think that bothers me too much. Yeah, now it feels like it's time to take the pawn now that he's misplaced so many pieces. And when he has misplaced pieces, it's no surprise that the tactics work for me. This is a little double attack, threatening the rook on a7 and also the fork on c7. And suddenly winning an exchange and the game. Yeah, let's go rook b1. Activating that rook. It's hard to see exactly where his counterplay is going to come from. Bishop c5, I could have gone, let's say, bishop e3, d4, bishop f4 or something. And knight a5, I don't think is very good, since I'm getting some central squares, and now the other knight is coming to b5 as well. The bishop may come to b6. And now his king is gonna hurt. I think it's did I miss something? It's a bit surprising to me that there's no immediate knockout here. I guess I can just double rooks on the d file, since he cannot go knight g6 because of knight e6. Maybe he actually can. Oh, I completely missed knight d7. Huh. Well, I've officially messed this up. It's become an interesting game. I mean, what am I doing? Queen e6, he goes. Wow, Queen e6, he goes Queen e5. Oh, this is awful. Not at least knight b6. I have Queen e6. Well, I'm gonna win on time, but it became a lot more interesting than it should have. Okay, good game, Jake Frisinet.